Hi, everyone. Joan Kaler. Welcome to Freedom from Fear. Just tap it. On today's podcast, I want to talk to you about the disease to please. The disease to please, also known as codependency. I'm so excited to talk to you about this because I know that you're stressed out. Who out there feels overwhelmed? Do you feel that you are doing too much? You can't say no. You can't say no, thank you. You take on everything. You say yes to everything. Friends, parents, children, spouse, partner, work. It's like a snowball effect. You can't stop saying yes. This is also known as codependency, putting others' needs before yourself. Boy, does this cause stress. Fortunately, there's always a tap for it. Emotional freedom techniques can be very helpful for the disease to please. If you do this tapping every day, it will really cut down on your fear of letting go, because you know what the disease to please is all about? It's about you thinking that you're going to get your self-esteem from someone else. It's about you thinking that I am not enough in myself, so I need to say yes to please others so that they like me. You get your definition of yourself from others. You get your sense of self and of confidence from other people's approval. And if you don't have their approval, then you have a meltdown. Okay. So this is you giving your power away. Yes. In the disease to please or codependency, what happens if I say, just say no or no, thank you, maybe some other time? I'm not able to do that now. This doesn't work for me. What do you feel in your gut? Do you feel fear, tension, oh my gosh, what if they don't like me? What if they get mad at me? What if they leave me? All the what ifs that are in your mind that come up if you think about saying no, if someone asks you to do something, or I have to, it's my duty, it's my responsibility to say yes to everything. Meanwhile, your cortisol levels are up, you're absolutely exhausted. You might be self-medicating, all because you can't say no or no thank you. Let's work on that today. I want to help you be able to say no if this doesn't work for you, unless you enjoy doing something. But if you are totally exhausted because you can't say no, this can get very, very deep. As a reminder, everything that I'm teaching you in this podcast is about global tapping because I don't know you yet. I would like to know you. I would like to help you with your individual situation. Until such time as we meet, I'm going to teach you global tapping. I'm going to teach you some setup statements and some tapping that would be helpful for you being able to deal with the anxiety and the fear of, what if I just say no? For instance, say you have a loved one, a parent perhaps, in a nursing room, and you feel compelled to be with them every single day, but you're exhausted because you feel that you have to show up every day. Maybe they're not well. Maybe they're the early stages of dementia or Alzheimer's, and they don't even know who you are. That is a very sad situation, and my heart goes out to you. The truth is, you don't have to go in every single day. Or maybe a friend wants you to do something and you just can't because you're trying to take care of your children, your home, your spouse, and it's one more thing on your plate that just now is not the time. You are past exhausted, but you're afraid to say no for fear of what they will say. Either they won't like you or they will harangue you. Maybe somebody will just keep bothering you and wear you down. Okay, let's talk about that. So if we think of the tension and the fear that you're feeling it, most people, you might feel it in your chest, you might feel it in your gut, wherever it is that you feel that. I want you to get in touch with it right now. And I want you to rate it. Rate the intensity on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the most, 0 being not at all. Or if you can't think of a number, think small, medium, and large. How intense is this fear in my gut, small, medium, or large? So write it down, either the number or small, medium, or large. So you have a baseline of where you started before the tapping. So now let's start tapping on the side of the hand. And I'm just going to create some setup statements for you that I think are the most popular. But please always feel free to create your own setup statement according to your situation. So your setup statement might be, even though I feel guilty if I don't do this, even though I feel frightened or anxious if I don't say yes to blank, I deeply and completely accept myself, or I wish I could accept myself, or I'm working on accepting myself. Either of those phrases would be helpful as long as it's true for you, whatever you say at the other end. So let's take an example, for instance. Let's say, okay, we have the friend example. So what's going to happen if you say no? They'll be mad at you and you don't want them to be mad at you. Oh, well, you are not responsible for their emotional reaction to you saying no. So let's go ahead and wipe that sensation out and wipe that feeling, that anxiety out right now. Even though I will be so upset if they don't like me anymore or they get mad at me because I say no, I'm working on accepting myself anyway. Or even though I feel this fear in my gut, just thinking about saying no to this person, just thinking about saying no to my children's school, just think about saying no to my husband, to my partner, just thinking about saying no. Here's a good one. Just thinking about saying no to my supervisor. Another way to handle that would be, okay, that is a very good idea, and I will put that on my agenda. Even though I feel this horrible tension, fear in my gut, I'm working on accepting myself anyway. Get in touch with whatever sensation you're feeling in your body when you think about saying no to this person, this organization, this supervisor, this boss, this life partner, whatever that is. Think about how you feel just thinking about saying no in these situations. And here we go, starting at the top of the head. This fear in my gut, this anxiety in my gut, this anxiety in my gut, just thinking about saying no or no thank you. This anxiety in my gut, this horrible fear in my gut, just thinking about saying no. This fear in my gut. They won't like me anymore. What am I going to do when they don't like me anymore? This fear in my gut. What if they don't like me anymore? What if they don't like me anymore? This anxiety and fear in my gut. Okay, now stop. Take a breath. Release out of your mouth. All right. Reassess it. Okay, you have just lowered your cortisol a little bit. Let's do this again, only we're going to say, even though I still have this fear in my gut, even though I still have this fear in my gut, that this person will be mad at me, will reject me, I will get fired, or they will harangue me and pester me till they get their own way. I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have this fear in my gut at just the thought of saying no, thank you. I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I can feel this nausea, tension, fear, anxiety, frustration in my gut, in my chest, in my back, wherever you're feeling it, I'm working on accepting myself. Remainder of this frustration, remainder of this fear, remainder of this tension and anxiety, remainder of this sensation in my gut, in my chest, in my back, remainder of this anxiety, remainder of this fear. And I'm tapping below my collarbone, and then I'm crossing my hands over for those who are listening and tapping underneath my collarbone. And then I'm going back and forth. Okay, this is a really good brain balancing technique. And then I'm tapping under my armpit on the side of my body. Okay, and stop tapping and take a breath. And then get in touch with wherever that tension, anxiety, fear is in your body. Get in touch with your chest, your gut, your back, wherever you are feeling it, okay? See what it is now, if it's a small, medium, or large, or on that 0 to 10 scale, okay? Using this tapping technique from Emotional Freedom Techniques, this will help you release the fear, anxiety, tension, maybe anger, frustration, all those negative emotions that interfere in your ability to set a healthy boundary when you don't want to really do something that someone asks you to do. Tapping can release that so that you are able to say, no, thank you. I'm not able to do that at this time. No. Or that's a great idea, but I'm not able to do that right now. Practice standing in front of a mirror saying no and see how you feel. See what sensation you feel in your body and then tap on it. This will go a long way to helping you relax and be able to say no, set healthy boundaries, but most of all, reduce the stress in your life from codependency and the disease to please. I hope this is helpful for you. I encourage you to go to my website, tappingwithjoan.com. Send me an email, joan@joankaler.com. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you need help with. If I can help you in any way, I do individual consultations around the world. We use Zoom. I would love to meet you in person and help create a specific setup statement and tapping sequence just for you. Okay. So everyone out there, have a wonderful, wonderful day, evening. I look forward to talking with you again soon. Take care.